Yeah. Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now. Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down. Baby, we took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town. Baby, where did these be at when they say they doing all this and all that? Tired of beefing you bums, you can't even pay me enough to react. Waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't play that songs in this party, I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I run into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Drizzy just snap. This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap. Hey, I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we
regulators. We regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good, too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
Regulators! Mount up!
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you search know what's up with 213.
So I hooked select on 21 and Lewis, some brothers shooting dice. So I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some gas, so I said, I'm stuck.
These girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These hookers looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight down for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my strap and lay them busters down.
They got guns to my head, I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly. Let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nate.
16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make somebody's turn cold. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate.
The honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like, cause they don't get Nathan but penetration. Unless it smells like sanitation. Garbage, I turn like doorknobs. Heartthrob never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. And my jam knock in your Mitsubishi. Girls pee-pee when they see me. Navajo creep me in they teepee. As I lay down laws like Island Coppet. Stop it, if you think you're gonna make a profit. Don't see my ones, don't see my guns. Get it? Now tell your friends, Papa hit it, then split it in two. As I flow with the Junior Mafia, I don't know what the hell's stopping ya. I'm clocking ya, Versace shade watching ya. Once the grin, I'm in game again. First I talk about how I dress is this and diamond necklaces. Stretch Lexus is the sex is just immaculate. From the back I get deeper and deeper. Help you reach the climax that your man can't make. Call him, tell him you be home real late and sing the break. I got that good love, girl, you didn't know.
Baby, now I got the flow, 'cause I know it from the start.
be feeling like the man when I walk through. Ain't stunning what you're saying when I walk through. I got all these staring when I walk through. I don't make a few bands on the walk through. Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? Watch me, hey, why me walk through? I don't make a few bands on the walk through. I don't make a few bands on the walk through. People don't know now, I don't talk to. Me and Problem in the brick, he a boss too. Sitting at the round table making balls move. I don't walk through with Gucci on my feet. Who got more money, you or me? I'ma walk through usually with my dream Beverly that I got the two on me. I done saw fast security. Do you need glasses? Just to see me when I'm coming full speed. Got that V12 running, and I'ma jump the fence if I see 12 coming.
Left eye. Donnell Jones. Say what? Me and my people be rolling, skipping on you and your homies. The very first day of summer, all grown out in a Hummer Bay. Hit the park and parlay. Hope that you walk this away, 'cause you and your girls wanna ride. Play all day, puff the light. Say what? You know that I like it, baby. Girl, you know what's up. You know what I need. Say what? You know that I'm about it, baby. Girl, you know what's up. Lead up, got me thinking, babe. Tell me if you with it, 'cause I'm with it, babe. I haven't heard from you and I'm in it, babe. Just tell me what to do and I get it, babe. Gucci and Prada. Trip crib in the middle of the night. I don't let you miss me 'cause I put it down right down, babe. I can put you on a flight. You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh, baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shy, but I know you a freak, little baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need. Everybody think you shy, but I know you a freak, little baby. I've been overseas going crazy. I could tell you love it when we made up. Black and gray diamonds like we made up. Orange peel, your love is real. Love and skills, I need some love and skills. Love my dad draws and you love me still. Eyes come lazy, but she is real. Dressed to kill. Biggie bonbon, take your time. I can put a stone by your eye. I can say you never switch your sides. You never tell me lies. Not resting time, yeah. Trip crib in the middle of the night. I know that you miss me 'cause I put it down right there, babe. I can put you on a flight. You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh, baby. Everything you do is amazing. Ain't nobody got to go crazy. I got what you need.
Yes, y'allin', Jigga man be ballin'. Leave chicks pigeon-toed, some of them be crawlin'. Get the best of you whenever I put my all in. Half mommies callin' for the law, darling. Jigga and Paulin'. Drop coops with half the top, expose half my knot. Mad when I brag about the cash I got, but I'm used to not having a lot. I'm from the gutter and I ain't the type to ever chase your box. I'm the type to interior decorate the watch. I'm the type to sling heavyweight on the block and every stage like clock. Work jiggers to hurt, holla.
Your lips are telling me yes, while you're kissing on my neck, making me feel so. Should I stay? Should I go? I don't know. Your hot boy style drives me wild, but in the back of my mind, I know. Wanna see how you put that thing on me? I can't let you mess on me, even though I wanna see how you put that thing on me. I can't let you.
Y'all know what this is.
timid when you in it, better lay ready. I know you wanna go there. I see it, step right and come there. I know you can drive it, chauffeur. Anticipate your touchdown. Come put me down like right now. Let's be lovers and friends. Let's rendezvous, boy. I got plans for you. 'Cause I'm motivated. I'm yours for the taking. Look no further. I got what you need. Baby, I'm open. You got my attention. Undivided. Oh, baby, come give me that. Would you read us a bedtime story, please, oh, please?
All right, you kids get to bed. I get the storybook. Y'all tucked in? Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good, there lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you tonight, we're gonna make some cash, robbing old folks and make it a dash. They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop, it's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic. He said, keep still, boy, no need for static. Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, why'd you hit me? The barrel set straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kid he starts to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he cold dashed and ran around the block. Cop radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw the sister. Shot for the head, he shot back but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectations, he decided he'd hit for the subway stations. But she was coming and he made a left. He was running top speed till he was out of breath. Knocked an old man down and swore he killed him. Then he made his move to an abandoned building. Ran up the stairs up to the top floor. Opened up a door there, guess who he saw? Who? Dave, the dope fiend shooting dope. Who don't know the meaning of water nor soap? He said, I need bullets, hurry up, run. The dope fiend brought back a spanking shotgun. He went outside, but there was cops all over. Then he dipped into a car, a stolen Nova. Raced up the block doing 83. Crashed into a tree near University. Escaped alive, though the car was battered. Rat-a-tat-tatted and all the cops scattered. Ran out of bullets and he still had static. Grabbed the pregnant lady and pulled out the automatic. Pointed at her head, he said the gun was full of lead. He told the cops, back off, for honey here's dead. Deep in his heart, he knew he was wrong, so he let the lady go and he starts to run on. Sirens sounded, he seemed astounded, and before long the little boy got surrounded. He dropped his gun, so went the glory, and this is the way I have to end this story. He was only 17 in a madman's dream. The cop shot the kid, I still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow where your soul gets cast. Good night.
Darling, I care for you more than my own self. Darling, I'll share with you all goodness and wealth. Say, we can have just one night, or we can have one whole life if we play it cool. Yeah. We can have that one thing, or we can have everything if our hearts are true. Girl, slow down. Girl, let me love you. Darling, slow down. Let me get to know you.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. You just in the pen, I can find you. 6'1" on the money, 9'2". You just say the word and I run to. 2 texts, no reply, that's when I knew.
Yeah, circumnavigate the globe as the cash grows. Get a whack like you get the grass mowed. I'm talking slick when I'm with the big slime. Could hit your, you can never hit mine. In my DM, they electric slide. No catfishing, this is not a fish fry. Never switch sides on my dog. Catch a contact, hit your ride, go to Mars. Everybody say, how could you come about your face and say I ain't the artist you'd have never heard? I left off like a rapper's dead and bird. A verse for me is like 11 birds. Just did the math, it's like $2,000 every word. I'm on the purge, I beat the church. I kill some and I walked away from it. Then I observed just how you curved and told them that they gotta wait for it. I know you ain't hot man. I'm balling on them like you want a man. I'm drowning all inside the like I never swam. Hey, your IG, I put something on your sonogram. I'm the man. Hey.
Meet me at the London. If you find time, we can run one. Talk about some things we can undo. You just in the pen, I can find you. 6'1" on the money, 9'2". You just say the word and I run to. 2 texts, no reply, that's when I knew.
Church talk, I can make a brick walk. Up north, down south, bankhead to Rachel walk. Hit it with a little water, stretch it like a vocal cord. STD, I run my ward, could fade and his daughter. I'm a rented compound, I supply the sugar and bread. I got a main and she gon' ride. She took a quarter and she fled. I'm in the lamp so she gon' ride. I see the pain and shot it like fries. I'm at the London with some big thighs. No fries, she eat steaks with the fish size. Then your mama tell you something on fire, stop driving, roll. She just wanna close the eyes and sweat. With you. Exercise your right to work it out. It's true. Shout out to the birthday girl, say hey. Oh, girl. Everyone deserves a night to play. She plays. When you're telling them,
I can feel your rain when it cries. Gold lives inside of you. I love it when I'm in it.
D-Wall can talk, they tell me to swim good. No boat, I float better than he would. No light jacket, I'm not the God of Nazareth. But your flood can be misunderstood. War telling me they full of pain, resentment. Need someone to live in them just to relieve tension. Me, I'm just a tenant. Landlord said D-Wall vacant more than a minute. D-Wall are vulnerable. Exclamation, interior pink, color coordinated. I interrogated every nook and cranny. I mean, it's still amazing. Before they couldn't stand me. These walls wanna cry tears. These walls happier when I'm here. These walls never can hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might.
Find me a Kendall Jenner, I be a gentleman to her. Catch up. Give me a Jordan that she never gon' finish it. Oh yeah. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? You should model, girl, with the overbooking. Walk by on fire, baby, can't douse it. That body banging, what's that? I walk by again, let me look with. Oh yeah. Make sure your posture right, baby. Triple life tonight. I know I did. And she told me when call her a bad bitch. I could never cuff her, I'm stuck on this rap shit. Looking at the budget, but nothing but rap shit. I know I did. Shade butter Twitter, we call it shorty a queen. Head game silly, might give her the Don C. Head game killing, I get her a new McQueen.
lives on the road.
Where at? Tell me something.
He lost his lady 2 months ago.
For what? For the same thing.
Maybe he'll find her. Maybe he won't. Oh, wonder the love.
Brothers try to pass me, but none can match me. No girl freak me, I'm just too nasty. Lost on the dance floors, I attack y'all. Snuck through the back door, guess who they saw? Goldie and Ghost, black African rope, star-studded lowlanders, plus the mural was dope. Airbrush WB, stop.
Shake your body, body.
And cop a couple of these.
She's a hottie, hottie.
Free and Chauncey, very upset.
For what? For what?
They're sick and tired of living in debt. Tired of roaches and tired of rats. I know they are all.
One in the head, I'm fed. This is how we do 'em. Put a rough rider on my dick, bust right through 'em. Come out your shirt and surf the party rhyme. Fried Dr. Berserk, Bacardi Lime. We're passing it, taste to shake your camera climb before the floor gets moist. Case and follow mine. Swallow 9, model dimes from Bahamas. Slim doodle makers stuffed inside pajamas.
To take all your rhymes with a Colgate smile. Hey, baby.
Tell her, girl. Tell her, girl.
To love you one second, then hate you the next. Oh, ain't it crazy?
Okay, now I'm in the spot where I wanna be. Money spent, getting bent, chicks in front of me. Just the way I like it. 20s turning something. I got a seat up in the cut and I'm burning something. Fruities dance around and I'm peeling ones. Off the top of the stairs and I'm feeling buns. Plus some dolo at the table. I'm with this chick with the fat fatty and the ring up in the navel. Dances around, she struts with the ball. Touches her toes so she can make her butt talk. Do what you gotta do. I ain't mad at you. Know a lot of famous women seen none as bad as you. You's a real bad girl, a nigga need that. Sipping on your Henny, asking where the that. Let me put you on to something. You f***ing with a big nigga, no frontin'. Yeah, so turn it around, let me see something. With me, the miller's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm talking lights, camera, action. And me singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Turn it around, let me see something. With me, the miller's gonna be something. Yeah, I'm talking lights, camera, action. And me singing, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector. Better want him, kid, Mr. Mepsa. Ballin' pop, about to blow his lid from the pressure. Too hot for TV, for cheesy. Too many wanna be Harvey Easy. It's all in together, going all out together. It don't take much to please me. Still, homes are never satisfied like the Stones. We don't condone writing, see them selling crossbones. Protecting what I'm writing, don't clash with the Titan. Who blast with a license to kill rap recitants. Come on, in the zone with your from the group home to Cal.
Your lifestyle.
Put your lights out, get this shit cracking, got you feeling with your pipes out. Time for some action. Surfing the avenue, mad at you. Where I used the battle cruise. Back when Antoinette had that attitude. Cover me, I'm going in. Walls closing in. Got us busting off these. My got issues again. Same song, armed with the mega bomb. Blow you out the frame, then I'm gone.
Yo, I was gone too, but we roam. Cellular phones, doc meth. Back in the flesh, blood and bones, don't condone. Spin bank loans and homegrown. Suckers break like turbo and ozone. When I grab the broom, moonwalk, platoon hawk. My goons bark, leave you in the blue lagoon lost. True, B9's in the club with Masood. D9 in the club, right behind on the boss. Haters don't touch, way it's both up. Now my neighbor doped up, got the cable hooked up. All channels, lift my shirt, all mammal. You ship off keys and we ship grand piano. Sword on shot, hand on the pump, sipping on the board, smoking on the bust my grand and rap, didn't jump. La 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 la. Yeah, come on.
Face
Good evening. Welcome to the Grand Rapids Area Black Business Awards Ceremony for 2020. I am your host this evening, JP3. First and foremost, salute to PJ the DJ and Motu VJ Spirits for that wonderful, wonderful grab mix that they just had us going in. I was backstage. I was definitely getting to it on my 1-2. Nonetheless, thank you to all the sponsors this evening for the wonderful, wonderful GRABB Awards that we are putting on. Thank you to Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc. Thank you to Mercantile Bank. Thank you to Old National Bank. Thank you to United Bank. Thank you to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Thank you to Choice One Bank. And thank you to the Community Media Center Wealthy Theater for all you have given us in reference to putting on this virtual 2020 Grand Rapids Area Black Business Award Ceremony. Now, due to us pivoting to a virtual broadcast, we had to bring the show to you. So throughout this show, we're going to have some pre-recorded videos that is going to give you the knowledge that you may need to take the next step in reference to being a Grand Rapids area black business. We also will be introducing some new award names. For instance, the Emerging Black Business Award is now the Edith Raspberry Emerging Black Business Award. The Young Black and Gifted Award is now the Ruben Smart Young Black Gifted Award. Now you're talking about two pillars of the Grand Rapids community who meant a lot to our community. You're talking about the first woman in the United States of America that owned her own bail bonding firm. You're talking about Mr. Smart, who not only played in the Negro Leagues for baseball, but was many of our substitute teachers. Everybody knows about that $2 bill Mr. Smart brought you. Everybody. The GRABB Awards were created to celebrate, recognize, and affirm businesses, entrepreneurs, and community activists of our community. With that being said, we'll go right into the first GRABB Award. The nominees for the Ruben Smart Young Black and Gifted Award are Kiera Baskin, DeAndre Jones, Shanta Abraham. And the winner is Kiera Baskin.
Wow, I am really speechless right now. So it is truly an honor and pleasure for me to accept the award for Young Black and Gifted. When I think about the giant of a man that Ruben Smart was, and to receive an award named for his legacy, it's truly one of those moments that really just leaves you speechless. I like to first give thanks to God, because without him, I'd be nothing. To my children, to my family, to my friends, and to community, I thank you so much for continuing to just uplift Bump to Birth doula services, and for continuing to join me in my mission to address the disparities I see for birthing people in our community. I want to give a special shout out to the women who surround me and support on a day-to-day basis. That includes Deborah, Sandra, Anissa, Tiffany, and to my mentor, Chris Mathis, thank you. My girls, you know who you are. To all the families who I've had the pleasure to serve, and to GRABB for having a platform that elevates the voices of Black business owners and community. To the other business owners nominated with me in this category, I see you. And in closing, I'd like to provide some words of encouragement. To all the businesses out there, this year has been a crazy one. And in the words of Luther Campbell, don't stop, get it, get it. Thank you.
The nominees for the Edith Raspberry Emerging Black Business Award are Social Arts, We Are Lit, Cindy's Chicken Coop, and the winner is We Are Lit.
Thank you. When I learned that We Are Lit was nominated for an Emerging Black Business Award for 2020, it was extremely exciting, and it is a great honor to be selected. Thank you. And in the words of our beloved King of Wakanda, the late Chadwick Boseman, it is a pleasure to be celebrated by you. This award is an extreme honor. I hope to do more. The growth of the bookshop would not be possible without the support of the community. Thank you.
You got to know what to do. You got to know what to do with the money, with the resources, and so that's why education is the piece. But the biggest piece is sometimes, like, you know, I think we all know basic math here. What's 0 times 0? Is 0. And so unless you have some kind of resources, some kind of money, it's hard to, you know, go to the next level. You know, so you need to have something to multiply it. I don't care if it's just one. And so we got to definitely put money in people's hands, but also have to be coupled with education and connectivity to networks. And so whether it's, and not networks as far as like, oh, I know you and you know me, but, you know, like, let's say you got a product idea, like, how do you get that into a retailer? You know, so it's a process, it's people, it's you know, things you got to know, legal structures, all that. And so we need people to be successful so they can walk other people through that process as well. And so people got to share information. And so that was like one of the biggest things when I first, you know, started was, you know, it seemed like people were like hoarding information. And so they weren't helping nobody because they felt like, oh, well, if I help Peacock get $1 more than me.
As a culture, get to that. How did we become so selfish and so guarded when it comes to sharing ideas, sharing your, you know, being prosperous?
Limited resources.
Yeah, scarcity.
You know what I'm saying?
A scarcity mindset.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of times, you know, if you're black and you're an entrepreneur, you got one opportunity at this. Like there is no, you know,
second chance.
Yeah. There is no golden parachute. So, like once you make it, like you don't necessarily want to be like, oh, let me give you what it took me 20 years to do in the matter of 1 year. Because it's just like, as a coach, you're just like, man, this person's going to replace me and I'm going to be back wherever I was. And so that's one of the biggest things. So I meet with anybody who wants to meet with me, and I give them any kind of advice or information that I have. I connect them directly, because the thing is, last time I knew, you can't receive more with a closed fist. Right. So like, if I'm, you know, not constantly giving it out, like I can't receive anything else. And so a lot of times you see a lot of our businesses struggle to grow because they're so, they got their hands clenched so tight trying to keep a hold of what quote unquote little they do have. They miss out on opportunities to grow and become bigger.
Well, let me say this. don't mean to cut you off, but I want to say this, man. Like, a lot of the business owners, you know what I'm saying, the people who are successful in business, sometimes it's hard to transfer that information because we be so busy. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I just became a business owner not too long ago. But the thing to it is, I was a manager first at this business. You know what I'm saying? That's where my information came from, because I shadowed behind, you know, somebody that was actually great at owning businesses. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about it is I had the opportunity to see him grow to his maximum, and then I seen him fall off from his maximum. You know what I'm saying? But then I seen him come back up. You know what I'm saying? So once you get the information, you know how to do it. You're gonna make some mistakes. You can't be scared of those mistakes. I learned, and you just got to keep your checks and balances in order. You know what I'm saying? You got to be your best secretary. You got to be your best manager. You got to be your best employee. You know what I'm saying? You got to be your best accountant. You know, you got to be that first before you can end up see yourself doing anything for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You have to be your best at all of those titles. You can't just jump in the game, okay, I'm a business owner, and expect for it to flourish. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through all of those titles, and I learned that.
Yeah, but a lot of our people, it's this fear. It's like this huge gap where people are afraid to do something. You know, but they say, you know, scared money don't make no money. And they said nothing risk, nothing gained. And so, like, we have to sometimes, you know, in a very smart way, you have to jump off that cliff. Yeah. It's going to be scary, but I'd say if it's not scary, it's not big enough.
That's true.
So
that
like,
is true.
It's a couple
every week scary.
It's a couple things where, like, I was sitting there and I'm looking at this paper and I'm like, man, if I sign this, I got to be accountable to this. Yep. If I sign this, I got to have nights where I don't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. If I sign this, if I do this, you know, I have to, you know, be more accountable and have to do the necessary things to make it come. And so sometimes people don't want to take on that self-accountability, and sometimes people are just afraid to. And so I tell people all the time, man, do it afraid. I said, because, like, you know, like, if we all been into, I can't speak for everybody, but at least I think all of us have been into a fight where, like, it was a bigger guy, and you're just like, well, you know, if I don't put my hands up, I'm gonna get hit anyway. So I might as well just go ahead, you know, and see what happens. And so, you know, entrepreneurship, business ownership is the same kind of thing. I call it, like, some days you wake up, you're on top of the mountain. You know, you can get an email an hour later, you're underneath the mountain. So it's a constant struggle with trying to, you know, remain, you know, somewhat on top of the mountain.
So let me ask y'all this, between the two of y'all, how many years do y'all have cutting, and how many years do y'all have running a business?
Jay, what was we, 12?
12, 13.
Yep.
When y'all start cutting?
Really?
Yeah, when we started cutting and running the business, because, I mean, we were charging like $5 for a whole haircut. And we were doing it on our porch.
No, you're wrong. It was $2.
Was it $2?
It was $2.
Inflation, huh?
Yeah, it was $2.
That was in 1919.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you know, it goes back to that conversation. You know, we started young. My mom owned her own business for 30-something years in the hair industry. That's my cousin. He started off cutting first, and I was like, I think I could do it too. You know, and it just blossomed from there. We went to school together, we graduated together, and we started cutting hair together, and it goes back and forth, you know. But it starts young. We were taught, my mom taught me a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure he picked up some things from me. I definitely picked up some things from him. And just like he said, scared money don't make money, you know. Me and him we used to talk about designs. We used to cut each other hair, you know. And, you know.
Mark, you let him cut your hair when you was young?
Man, I used to put that Mark Lawrence on.
The boy actually started off. He had it. He had it. I'm talking about. Yeah, he had it, man. I mean, but you know, like, his mama was the model. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, she taught us both. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. Yep. Me and his mom had our own relationship. You know what I'm saying? And Jay didn't know about a lot of it. I used to walk up there just to check her out.
Door.
Yeah,
you
I used to walk over there and walk up there just to see her because I love what she doing. You know what I'm saying? What she did and how she did it, and she wasn't scared to talk about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She
and
wasn't scared.
that's the key, you know, just like you said, Jay, you know.
Hoarded that information.
Never kept it for herself.
She never hoarded it. She didn't. And one thing she did say to me was, Mark, always keep your clientele, you know what I'm saying, happy. You know, that was the basic thing. You know, your clientele is always, you know, they always have to leave there happy, you know, because they got to come back. That's the way you eat. Yep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Customer service. Customer service was everything. But she didn't say it like customer service. I wouldn't have grabbed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Customer service? Okay, what's that? You know, I was too young.
Yeah,
I was 13, 14 years old. You talking about customer service?
I wasn't even old enough to really work.
No.
You gotta get a work permit.
Right.
You
know what I'm saying?
You know?
Everything was under the table. Yeah. So she was like, just make sure your clientele is happy and they'll come back. And then before you know it, you'll have income.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is income? You know what I'm saying? And it just went off there. So sometimes it's the little stuff, sometimes it's the big stuff. You gotta absorb it all.
So do y'all feel like those educational opportunities have to be for not only adults, but for those preteens as well?
Yeah. I think
when
it
you
goes
talk
even
about
further.
educational opportunities, like, you know, we can't just give them to 40-year-old people all day, you know.
I think it goes further. I think we need to start with our children. And, you know, it was a time when
That's true.
Officer Friendly come up to the school.
Who?
Officer Friendly.
Oh, he done went back on it. They don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about Officer Friendly, man.
You know, that was before, you know, we became scared of Officer Friendly.
Man, that
you know,
just,
it's a
that
new
hit
day
home.
and age. But,
That hit
you
home.
know, going back to it, you know, back then, what did you want to be? I want to be like Officer Friendly. I want to drive a fire truck. I want to do this. I want to do that. And so it starts there, and then it blossoms from there. And one thing we got to teach our children is don't be afraid to fail. That's growth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you got to start all over, or, you know, because you're not going to do the same thing you did the first time. You're going to take a different path. But it starts younger. It starts before the teens, because when they get to teens, they're really a minute away from being adults. And once they become adults, then that's when the game plays. You know.
So let me ask y'all this then. If I'm a parent, right, which I am, but say all I've ever known was to work factory all my life, how do I put, or when I see that in my child, how do I grow that entrepreneurial seed?
Take them by the hand.
If I don't know nothing about it.
Take them by the hand, because that means both of y'all got to learn it. You can't teach your kids something you don't know.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So you got to get in the dirt with them.
That's real.
It's all right to do the pluses and the minuses, man, with your kid, man, if you weren't good at math.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's good, because once your kid find out that y'all either learning together or your kid could teach you something, that momentum starts. You know what I'm saying? I done taught my daddy something. Man, just imagine
and
that.
then you grow together as a family, you know what I'm saying? And then he might say, okay, well, I work enough and make enough money to fund a small venture for you. And then that might blossom into, like me and Mark. You know, we started on the porch, $2.
Yeah.
Now we're making triple times that, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it starts. You gotta start with the children. And if you don't know, as a parent, you can't be prideful to the point where you're scared of looking dumb in front of your kids. You know, you work at GM.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's the path you chose. You provide well for your family. But now that your son or your daughter is getting older, you need to start reaching out to people in areas of their interests. And you need to have those conversations. You know, we talk about it all the time, and this is a little off the beaten path, but I get a lot, you know, I've been married 21 years. And a lot of people ask me, you know, how'd you make it so long? Me and my wife have conversations that don't nobody want to have, you know? Am I doing something wrong? Am I pleasing you? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? What am I not doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's what builds your relationship regardless And it's a universal platform.
It is.
So you got to have those conversations with your children and say, well, like my son, he wanted to fly. He thought he wanted to be a pilot. I sent him out to West Michigan Aviation High School.
He wanted to fly himself.
He wanted to fly. fly.
So put the cape on it. Jump off the roof, man. Try it.
He wanted some wings.
But I put everything in front of him, and he found out that wasn't something that he wanted.
Okay.
So it wasn't that he failed. He just tried something, had the opportunity, and it didn't pan out for him. He doesn't like it, you know? So, you know, and it's not about failure. We have to get that out of our vocabulary. It's not about failure. It's about making a mistake and growing.
Yeah, it's experience.
Experience.
Yeah.
You know, all that.
And then like you, a lot of people can't be scared of jumping over high hurdles, because it's something that I heard the other day. Now, to own a lemonade stand, you have to have a permit. A lot of people thought that was like bad because they just did it. You know what I'm saying? Within the last 10 years, they just made that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they was thinking like, oh man, that's messed up. My kid can't even have a lemonade stand, you know, without a permit. That's the first hurdle in business, is solidifying it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, does that kill the dream or enhance it? Right now, it's been killing the dream.
It takes you from a side hustle to a legitimate business.
It does take you, and that's so important. Say it again, man, that's so important.
It takes you from a side hustle to a legitimate business.
There it is right there.
You're my side hustle.
It looks like he's looking for his money.
You know what I'm saying? You know I had to go there with you, because you've been speaking to you all day.
Yeah, he been on his head, he has.
Don't tell the missus about my side hustle.
You should have walked in there with a bulletproof vest, man.
No, what is it to have a bulletproof?
Yeah.
Turn around.
See, Jamie got one too. Jamie got one too. I thought.
Look, he died. He better not run away from nobody.
It's a harness.
Hey, yeah, one of them things that you put the little leash on for little kids.
I'm finna fuck this all up.
Big shout out to Mark at Cold Cuts and Jermaine at Fadeaway Barbershop for helping us put that video together. The nominees for the next award, the Black Bottom Community Builder Award, are Nikedra DeBarge, Marcel Price, Brandon Kimball, and the winner is Marcel Price. Yay!
These ones happier when I'm here. These ones never go hold up. Every time I come around, demolition might.
Wow. GRABB, thank you so much for putting this event together. Like as Solange says, it's so important to create award shows so that you can take care of your people, and you're doing exactly that. So thank yous. I want to take a second to thank my wife. I have the best wife in the entire world who deals with me dreaming and creating in working way too many hours. I want to thank all the dynamic creatives around me, everybody with the Diatribe, everybody who's been involved with the Drunken Retort over the years, every single one of the artists that we work with. You all are the reason that I've been given this award, and I appreciate you all so much. Every single one of our students, thank you. The educators who bring us into your schools, thank you. Our incredible board, thank you. Every single one of the people who I've been lucky enough to call a mentor, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is honestly for every single person who was like me, the people who didn't do good in high school, the people that dreamed, the people that talked about, oh my gosh, I want to do, but never had the tools to do. Again, it wouldn't be possible without the amount of people pouring into me, and for that, I'm so grateful. A line from a poem, and please keep it close to the heart. In Egypt, black was wealthy. In Grand Rapids, wealthy street was seen as too black. How quick the images portrayed changed from the directors are colorblind to the what-haps. We have the tools to build this, to build everything that we want, to receive blessings in abundance. Let's knock the gatekeepers out of the way, and let's get it. Thank you.
The nominees for the NC Mutual Life Insurance Company Collaboration Award are Dreams Take Work, VSJ Fitness, The Black Book Exchange, and the winner is The Black Book Exchange.
Too many dreams, and I know that you feel me the way I've been feeling you, and it's cool that you got a motive, and I think I like it. I know all your inside.
Wow, thank you. Representation is everything. The Black Book Exchange box was birthed out of that fact. Our mission is to make it easier to discover, read, and share books for all ages that represent Black culture and Black stories. It is important to me to make sure that my people are represented, our greatness, our stories, our culture, our excellence. I thank GRABB for doing the work to highlight and celebrate Black excellence. I thank, of course, my parents for being Black excellence, my children, my family, and I thank Kendra McNeil for believing in this idea that I had and kind of inboxed her on. She didn't even know me. So I thank her so much for that. Ilya for making our dream just pop. She made it so dope. Thank you for the Center for Community Transformation for working with me and collaborating to build the houses. And yeah, that's it.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and
It's the Rising Show for the 2020 GRABB Awards, of course. I'm your host, J to the P to the 3. Oh! And I got my girl with me,
Be known.
Be known. I'm here. I'm so happy to be back.
It's so good to see you, B.
You as well.
Oh my gosh. And of
Yes.
course, it wouldn't be what it is if we didn't have JC, the OG.
The OG.
Blessings, brother.
Hey.
How's
it's
life?
So life is fantastic for an old guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So good to be with you two again.
Man, it feels great to
Who
be.
knew?
I know.
Right? Shout out to Jamil and the Grab folk for bringing
I
us
know.
together. Back together
Blessings.
again.
It feels like we should have some theme music, like something that's special.
Should I sing?
Yes.
Okay. A little later.
A little later,
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool.
I have a question real quick. Is that velvet?
I
was sitting
like right away.
I just wanted to know.
You know what?
You got the pocket square?
You know
You
what?
do.
You know, I don't know what this is really. It's not velvet. It's like a corduroy type thing. You know, I don't know. All I know is I told my wife, listen, we've got the rising show for the GRABB Awards, and it's business casual. And she says, here, wear this. This will pop a little. You're an old man,
Really?
and you need a little something. You need some help.
Really?
So she pulled this out of the closet. I've never worn it, actually.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
Would that consider your wife to have dressed you?
Which she does often.
My wife dressed me too.
See?
Oh, that's so special.
See, that's why they say when you find it the wife, you find it a good thing.
A good thing.
Well, my husband kind of dressed me a little bit. He bought the boots and the skirt. So
Listen,
he halfway there.
be known, he got you all the way together.
He did.
And can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The last time we were together, neither of you were married.
We were not.
You were not a mother.
That is
true.
a fact. That is true.
Look at this.
That's true.
What was
Look
the
at-
last
look
show
at
we
God.
had together?
Look at
Was
God.
that? I was already engaged though. I
Yeah,
believe.
You were
engaged.
engaged. I was
So,
far from.
Was it? Not that far.
We were all together when you met your wife.
We
We
were.
were.
We had so
We
many
were.
experiences together. Look
I
at us,
agree.
here we
I
are again.
know.
I agree. It was only right to put us all together.
I know.
So how does it feel to be a mom now?
Man,
Full-fledged mom too.
a full-fledged. I was like a half-fledged mom before because
Yeah.
I have a
Bonus
bonus
son.
child
Yeah.
who's 5 years old. So it feels strange a little bit because I feel like you have kids and I'm still like I really have a baby.
Yeah.
You
And
a whole
she's
mama.
A whole mama.
Yeah.
And she like, this little person depends on me.
Yeah.
Like, and I have to show up
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time, no
It's a
matter
whole
what.
human.
I know. And
Yeah.
she'll be 9 months this month.
Awesome.
Wow.
I know.
When were we last together? What year was that? Was that 20? This is the 2020
It
GRABB
had to be
Awards, but that was
towards the end of 2019, or was it? No,
No,
was
it
it July?
was
or
2018.
June? Oh, really?
December of
That's been-
2018.
yeah.
It's the last time we've all
Man,
done
this
some
is the
work
first
together.
time we've come
Yikes, that's
together
a long
again.
time.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But
And
we
so much
see
has
each other in
happened in the
between a
world.
little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I got you guys
Weddings.
were at my wedding. We were
Yeah.
at JP3's wedding. He
Yeah.
has a ring on, guys. We all have rings on.
Yeah, man.
And can I make
It's
a
blinging.
confession? If you guys promise not to tell a soul,
I won't tell
We won't
nobody,
tell
I promise.
anybody.
not a soul. I think my sinuses acted up a little bit at both of your weddings.
Really?
Really, really.
Well, you had a mask on at mine, so we really couldn't see.
Yeah.
But-
But at B Known's wedding, you actually called me out at B Known's wedding. You said, "Look
crying?
at JC.
I did.
Look at JC over there."
I think I
did.
You're a
cried
different side
myself.
of
I
the
was trying to
room.
hold it in.
I did. I was trying to hold it in at Be No Wedding.
You know, when her father said, "My
Yes.
little girl,"
Yes. Yes. I remember that. That was a very strong statement.
because my daughter is
Getting married?
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she's getting married tomorrow.
Oh my God. See?
You gonna cry?
Nope.
What's the over under, JP?
Oh, I'm betting 1,000.
Okay. I'm with him. I'm with him all the way.
I'm betting 1,000 on the over. He gonna over cry.
He gonna over cry.
I want all my paper. I'm betting like Floyd on this one.
Man, a lot has happened in the world since we were last together. Huh?
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
There's a lot has happened with the community as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but just, I mean, I've missed you guys. I've missed you guys. And so it's good for us to be back.
It is.
Back together again. I'm still working on the song. I know somebody had a song out, Back Together Again, but I can't remember what.
Back
As you get older, your memory starts to fade. But somebody did have a song out. back in the day.
How's the Black Men documentary go?
Oh wow! Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
talking
that
about
was-
that.
that was
I
about to
working
pop
on
off,
it.
yeah.
When we were last on the air, well, the documentary has traveled the country pretty extensively, and it's been awarded 2 or 3 or 4 times. Who's counting?
Okay.
Nah.
Who's counting?
Salute.
Pre-COVID, actually, I was in LA in meetings when COVID hit.
Wow.
And American Airlines called me and said, if you're planning on going back to Michigan, you might want to go tonight.
Oh.
Literally, I was there in March.
Wow.
Yeah. But the documentary is, it's been doing well.
That's good.
So what would you guys say are the most monumental things that have happened since we were last together in the county of Kent and the world just combined? Like what, we got a new president, which I know we're going to talk about.
Yes, ski weed to my soror. Vice President-elect
Of the
Kamala
United
Harris
States
of the
of
United States of America.
America.
First female vice president.
Wow. It's going to be the first time people start stepping in the White House.
Let me tell you something.
They will be doing the electric slide
All
in
you
the
see
White
is
House.
Oh, we strolling and everything. We strolling.
I know AKAs are going to be up in that joint.
You know, the NPHC in general, which is the National Pan-Hellenic
Divine Nine,
Council. Yep. So
I didn't spend a lot
you
of
know,
time in college, so.
It's fine. You spent a lot of time around
the college.
Around
There you go.
college. You
There
know,
you
that's
go.
all that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Some of
you
that
know,
rubbed off.
we all one band, one sound at this point. It's a
Okay.
big win for the NPHC, for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and for the country at this point.
At this point.
Yeah, absolutely. What shows stand out to you that you guys, that we did over the course of a couple of years, almost 3 years? Any shows stand out? I'll tell you, let me go first.
Okay.
I'll tell you what mine is while you guys think about it. Sin Q Moody, who is an educator here in Kent County, was in need of not one, he was in need of 2 lungs. He was in need of both lungs. And when we interviewed him, we went to his house.
At his house.
And he could not stand to be without oxygen for 1 minute. I remember when we were doing the show, the segment, one of his sons, somebody had stepped on his oxygen cord, and he was without oxygen for maybe 40 seconds. And we all panicked. He could not be without oxygen. He could not get in the shower long enough without oxygen. He could not do anything without oxygen. He was on oxygen 24/7.
Yep.
And he was in need of 2 lungs. And we said on that show, you're going to get those 2 lungs. He was on a list.
Yep.
And I remember the emotional journey that his wife talked about, that they had been on. And then we surprised them, and we had people from all over the country call in.
And do a message.
That was one of there were many shows, but that was one of those shows, and people from the community who heard it, they said they were pulling over. They had to pull over because it was so emotional, but they were reaching out to him saying, what can I do? What can I do for you? What can I help with? He had young sons, and they were active in sports, and a lot of stuff he wasn't able to do. And people were saying, I'm more than happy to transport your kids. I can do this. Can I do this for you? Do you guys need money? It was that type of community radio that I'm proud of, when the community rallies together to support one of their own. And they wouldn't have known of that story had it not been for the Rising show. So there are many stories and many episodes that I can segments that I can think of, and that one stands out to me a lot. And he said that he watched it with his elementary school students.
Shout out to MLK.
And he cried. He said all he did was cry. And then he's hearing, not watched it, he listened to it. And he's hearing all these people in between segments say, hey, Q, this is your 4th grade teacher. And I just want you to know. And he's like, oh my God. You know, it was that type of thing. So that was one of those shows for me.
Very emotional show too. I mean, CQ is a good guy. It's one of my good
he's
guys,
that guy.
man. And That was a very emotional show.
And he got his lungs.
He did.
In case
He
somebody's
did get his
watching
lungs.
this, he
Yep.
got his lungs.
Both
and he's
of 'em.
been doing amazing.
Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure, man. We got to do this.
Wait,
again.
what?
I know.
What?
Yeah.
It's done? It's over? It's ended?
Aren't
For
you
now.
shocked?
For now.
For now.
For now.
Oh my gosh, where'd the time go?
That's what we do when we get together.
Organic conversations.
Yeah, it is.
My goodness.
So since we started like the show, let's wrap it up like the show. Be known? Anything?
You know, I'm just happy to be here. I just want to say one of the highlights of this quarantine summer was your wedding. It was the first time that I was able to see people smile, see the people that, I mean, we both know a lot of the same people.
Yes, very much so.
It was great. It was amazing. I'm just blessed to be here, and you know.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
That you got going on
do.
right
Thank
here.
you. I
Go on,
appreciate
girl.
that. Thank
Do
you.
it. Do it.
Yes. Thank you, for inviting us to come do this for the GRABB Awards. We appreciate it, and I can't wait to have an excuse to get together soon. That's pretty much it.
JC?
As always, it's a pleasure, and I just want to shout out every single GRABB Award nominee.
Absolutely.
Every winner from tonight. Man, I love the slate. I love the people who are a part of tonight's show. Shout out to Jamil Robinson
Absolutely.
for the vision. You are a solid, amazing king. We salute you. And as always, you know what I say, I love y'all, you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Well, once again, man, I appreciate y'all coming out, kicking it with me. It means a lot to me as the host of this wonderful GRABB Awards, the 7th annual GRABB Awards.
Shout out to you. 7?
7. This is 7.
Man,
This is
where
7
did
deep.
time go?
This is 7 deep. So,
Can I ask you a real quick 30-second question?
Yes.
What is it like doing it like this now? Is it like, did you guys, was it difficult to adjust to this whole COVID award show season type?
If I told you it was, you wouldn't believe me.
Because you make it look so easy.
You do.
It, understanding that a pivot happens and you just prepare for a pivot. And when you have a vision, you execute it. And upon execution, if it needs to be looked at and readjusted, then you readjust your sights. But you never stop going forward. So we just readjusted.
Salute to you,
kept
King.
going forward.
King, bro.
So I'll wrap this up as we always wrapped up the Rising Show, man. I love you yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Blessings. Did it feel good to see us all together again? It felt great, man. Shout out to Be Known. Shout out to JC, the OG. Of course, my original Rising Show family, man. I love you both. The next award is the Harlem Renaissance Cultural Architect Award. The nominees are Adrian Butler, better known as AB, Elia Weber, and Asia Horn. And the winner is Elia Weber.
This isn't a closable gap, hey. I see some attack and don't end up making it back. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad. What they had didn't last, damn baby. Sometimes we.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've never been honored with an art award before, so this is really crazy for me, but whoever nominated me, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to do whatever it takes to nominate a little girl like me. I also would like to thank the Lord, of course. Thank you, Jesus, for even having me step out in faith and do this whole art thing. I was working at my job for 20 years, and I said to myself, I need to do something different. I know I need to do something different. So the Lord allowed me to see art, and that's where I am now. I opened up an art gallery here in the city of Grand Rapids, and it has been amazing. I am now working on my third location as we're growing and growing each year. So once again, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, doing the art thing, I have a sister that has passed on. She's passed a couple years ago. And she was my only supporter. I call her my angel. She had more faith in me with this whole art situation than I did for myself. And she's no longer here to celebrate with me. So I'm here to accept this award in honor of my little sister, Tracy Luster. Thanks so much, you guys.
I introduced this evening the founder and creator of Grand Rapids area black businesses, Jamil Robinson.
Good evening, good evening. Man, another year, another GRABB Awards show. Wasn't that a great video displaying some of our businesses, our black businesses here in the city of Grand Rapids? So I'm Jamil, the founder and CEO of Grand Rapids Area Black Businesses. We've been around for the last 8 years, helping black businesses succeed in this community. Not only in this community, but working with our partners across the state in different cities such as Kalamazoo, Muskegon Heights, Ben Harbor, Lansing, and Detroit. So to give you a brief history of GRABB, back in 2012, I created GRABB because growing up here in the city of Grand Rapids, being born and raised to a family of entrepreneurs, and seeing Wealthy Street at one point in time be a thriving black business district with pretty much 90+% black businesses along the strip, to early 2000s, seeing those numbers dwindle to just today in 2020, there only being 4 black-owned businesses on the whole strip of Wealthy Street. And so I created GRABB not only because representation matters, but also creating wealth and quality of life matters for not only just families, but the city as a whole. So when we look at Grand Rapids, and in 2015, Forbes named Grand Rapids the second worst place economically for black people, the numbers they used had to do with home ownership rates, median income, and self-employment. And self-employment is entrepreneurship. And so at GRABB, we focus on helping black businesses, helping black entrepreneurs launch, survive, sustain, and grow. So that's the trajectory we like to help businesses move towards. And so in that video is just a small representation of the black businesses that are in Grand Rapids. But you know why I'm here today. You know why I'm here every single year. I come out last as if I
I guess I'm Russell Simmons slightly, minus some of the other stuff that's happened, but we won't get into that. But I'm here to introduce this year's Marcus Garvey honoree. And so when you think of Marcus Garvey, you think of the individual person, but behind that, you also have to think of the people that were surrounded and work with Marcus Garvey to help his ideas and his visions flourish and come into fruition. And so with this year, we'd like to recognize Thomas Walker. When we think of Thomas Walker, so he's the founder of Wing Heaven. He's also the creator of Lotus Spud. So I call Thomas Walker, I call him the concept king. And the reason why I call him the concept king is because he come up with wonderful ideas that not only, flourish, but it also helps to create opportunities and avenues for Black entrepreneurs who are interested in franchising and owning their own business to, determine what their futures are like. The 2020 Marcus Garvey Legacy Award honoree is Thomas Walker.
Hello, I'm Tom Walker with Wing Heaven, and I would like to thank GRABB Awards for honoring me with the Marcus Garvey Award, and I would first and foremost like to thank God Almighty for allowing me to be here in a time like this. I want to thank my family, my kids, my mother, my father, my partners, every franchisee, everybody in the community that ever walked into a Wing Heaven restaurant. When I was told that I was given an award, the Marcus Garvey Award, I did some research on him. I knew of Marcus Garvey, but I wanted to research him, and it was kind of fitting that his foundation, that he had the Negro Improvement Foundation, and my mission statement from 2004 was to put African-American restaurants in African-American communities served by African-Americans, serving African-American clientele with excellence. So when I read that about him, I just felt that that was very, very fitting, and I appreciate this award just being that, because it's an honor, to even be in the same breath as that man. Then I also would just like to talk a little bit about my entrepreneurship. I was asked to talk about that and how I got involved with entrepreneurship, and I'm gonna give you a quick story of what changed my life and what got me on the path to entrepreneurship. Back when I was in the 4th grade, all of us African Americans were on hot lunch, and we had a field trip this day, and I woke up, I told my dad, hey, we gotta have a sack lunch. We're not gonna be at school today, so we don't have hot lunch. And he was like, all right, let's go. I'll take you to the store. So I'm thinking we're just going to a store to get food, so I could pack a lunch. So we pull up to a store. My father gets out, it's 6:30 in the morning. We go into the store, he says, go get what you want. So I had my lunch box. I had a lunch box, and we went in, and I grabbed all that I could. I still, to this day, was so impressionable. To this day, I remember what I got. I had a Star Trek lunch box. I grabbed Suzy Q, a Twinkie, Cheetos, a Welch's Grape, Boston baked beans, apple now and laters, and it was so much in my lunchbox I could barely close it. We left the store, get in the car, we're driving back for him to drop me off at school, and I said, Dad, we didn't pay for it. He said, Dad, hey, we own the store. We already paid for it. So right then and there, I was just like, oh, that is super dope, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a entrepreneur. I wanted to own my own thing. So hindsight, fast forward to 2004, we opened Wing Heaven on Wealthy Street. I had to give a shout out to Mr. Price. He owns Lady Love Barbershop in Grand Rapids, Michigan. He had a restaurant store space right next door. He allowed me to open up our first restaurant in 2004, and in 2006 we started our first franchise. And there's been a lot of trials and tribulations here and there. We had at one time we were up to 15 franchises, back down to 1, and now we're back up to 13. So it's been a long haul, it's been a long road, but you know, through God, through faith, through all the you just believing in yourself, you can make things happen. And I would just say, just continuously, whenever you're stuck with adversity, whenever you need to tap in, just get on your knees and pray and believe that you can make it, and you can make it. So I just want to thank everybody for ever buying a wing, a cup of Kool-Aid, whatever you ever bought from Wing Heaven, for sharing our posts, for telling a friend, whatever you did to help us get to this point. I'd like to thank you, and I appreciate you. And from now and forevermore, we'll continuously serve the community, and hopefully we'll continue to do that long after I'm gone. So again, thank you, GRABB Awards. Thank you, community. And, you know, thank you, God, for allowing me to be here to accept this, and for allowing us for allowing you to still be here to even see this video. So, you know, thank God for that, and keep going. And again, my motto is, you got to mentally win before you physically try. Mind over matter. It's a mindset in this world. And as long as you mentally keep going and knowing that you can make it, you can make it. So again, thank you. And from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of Wing Heaven heart, we appreciate you.
Congratulations to Tom Walker for being the 2020 Marcus Garvey Award honoree. Again, congratulations to all of the recipients of GRABB Awards this evening, and congratulations to all of the nominees. Just because you didn't win doesn't mean you don't have an impact in this community, in our community. Thank you again to all of our sponsors: Downtown Grand Rapids, Inc., Mercantile Bank, Old National Bank, United Bank, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Choice One Bank, and Community Media Center Wealthy Theater.
Man, it's been a great night. Once again, we'll definitely we definitely appreciate all of you guys tuning in. Mm-hmm. I know because of COVID, we had to pivot. We had to pivot harder than Pippen. Mm-hmm. You know, and so we had to go crazy with the last minute pivot because of Sunday night. And so we just want to appreciate everyone for tuning in live with us. Hopefully you enjoyed the new concepts that we presented today. We're definitely going to incorporate that going forward.
But Jamil, we put on for our city today.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
That we did.
Almost like it's, you know, East Atlanta Santa.
East Atlanta Santa.
Because we did give out some awards, so it's almost like it's, you know, we East Atlanta Santa tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Because I might be. I might be East Atlanta Santa.
Definitely.
Yep. Or I might be so icy.
So icy, and we're trapping out award recipients. So you got the recipients, and we're like, man, we're helping them hustle up every day.
Yeah.
We hustle, right? So I don't know if you guys are excited, because we're definitely excited because what's that one thing? After the show, it's the
after party.
And we can't say the other part.
Yeah,
but,
we won't.
We definitely appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yes.
Definitely turn if you want to. We're going to be tuning in to the Jeezy versus Gucci, which I got Jeezy.
Oh, I got Jeezy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so, hey.
Yeah.
No split decision up here.
Yeah.
So,
my vice president is black. My Lambo blue. I'm sorry.
All right, so for those of you who are wondering how you can get in touch. You know, we're gonna close out. We're gonna call this, you know, the GRABB call. So, thank you for tuning in. If you're looking for opportunities to further your business, I see you out there. I see you through the screen, and I know you're looking for support. Grand Rapids area Black businesses have been here for over 8 years, continuously elevating our ability to help and assist Black businesses in this community. And so what we want you to do is reach out to us. Our website is nearly complete. You can go there right now, grabblocal.com, and you can find out more information. We're gonna have a brand new directory that's gonna list hundreds of new and existing Black-owned businesses in our community. We have a resource page where we're only putting resources that actually benefit and support our Black business community. So I want you to go there. I want you to check it out. If you're a current entrepreneur, if you're an aspiring entrepreneur, Grand Rapids area Black businesses is here to help. Even more so during this time of COVID. We have been working diligently to create new resources and find resources to help you through this pandemic. And with that said, thank you. Thank you everyone who have tuned in tonight. I'm getting ready to go ahead and change, put on my B-boy attire, and we're gonna listen to some great music. I got Jeezy winning 14-6. That's my prediction. We'll see you next year. And like we always do it,
I gotta finish. I love you yesterday. I love you today. And I will love you forever, Grand Rapids. Blessings.
Good night.